Yo, what's up guys? We have the balance patch over here and we're gonna go into World Guild Battle using 10 units that are now buffed. So let me know in the comments, which one would you like me to focus a little bit more on, maybe make a standalone video, and also what teams would you recommend on that. But let's talk about the units that I'm going to be showcasing today. First of all, Kumar is now buffed where he has a higher chance for Oblivion, which is definitely very strong. We also have less cooldown on the Meditate, or was it less cooldown on the Meditate? Yeah, less cooldown on the Meditate the moment that you do not actually cleanse any harmful effects. So definitely pretty strong over there. Perna now has a 2-turn attack buff the moment he comes back to life. So we're going to use it in a team where the whole team dies and then Perna can start cleaning up. That kind of good stuff. I want to see how good the Water Nobara does right now, which is also now known as the Water Aya. All of the Ayas became Aya. We are all Negan, I mean Aya, whatever, doesn't matter. But yeah, it now has a 4-hit, so I definitely do think on a 4-hit this could become very strong, especially if you pair that with some Amber or whatnot. Can see a lot of damage potential in here, same with the tricks or something. Hanwoo has a stronger nuke on the S3, he has like 10% damage increase, so might as well just give that a little bit of a try as well. Reno now actually does do more damage, which is a very particular RNG funny unit. The moment that Reno was released, we actually did think that this was going to be the Water Lucian. It never really was, but maybe with 5 dices right now, let's see how much damage he can do. Frieza has actually a couple of buffs, now has the leader for guild content, for HP, not that interesting. But we do also do more stuff on the S2. I think it's just a slight bit of a damage increase. And then the S3 is now going for Absorb. So let's see if we can kind of make a semi-CC-ish Cleave kind of style with this, with her as a strip and then as an absorb. We also have her sister that actually got the speed lead, which is very interesting because now it's a speed lead, speed booster, and then also attack booster on an attack bar booster, or not attack booster but crit booster. So a lot of boosts going in right there where you can actually make some kind of nuking comp. I do also want to try out Coco. Now has the speed awakening, so it's very fast on the base speed. Maybe go for some kind of nuking team where she moves twice, or maybe even with like what I did before with an Eon or a Tableau or anything like that. So definitely giving her a double turn, instantly nuking something, and then maybe trying to find like a reset for nuking a second thing or something. I'm not entirely sure yet, but we'll figure that out. Elephas, which is now pretty interesting for having defend on AoE for 2 turns. So definitely a interesting unit right there. I'm not too sure how good that will be, but I'll just give him the try. And as final, Born, which is having more damage on the enemy max HP being destroyed. So let's see if that actually has some proper damage right now, where it can actually do pretty good in a Bruiser fight or not. So those are the 10 units. Let's see where I can fit them into a match, because that might be a little bit of a difficulty of finding everything out. So see you when everything is re-runed. So after a whole bit of re-runing, we have the teams. Kumar sitting at a Bruiser set together with these units. We have the Moore and Perna setting at a damage set. Maybe should have done a little bit more speed, but who knows. The Aya over here, aka the Nobara, is also sitting at a speedy set over there. And I'll explain how all of those teams are supposed to work in just a second. And then we have some fast units into a Hanwoo sitting over there. So let's see if everything is ruined as proper. Yes, sir. Let's go in and let's see if these things actually do work as planned. So first of all, Bruiser hits. Thank you for not landing anything over there. Okay, did not land that much over there as well. Let's see if we can strip Oblivion for 3 turns. So this unit is not going to do anything for a very long time. Too bad we didn't get strip in the mid over there just yet. He goes for the Monkey. That is kind of fine. Monkey can take a little bit of a hit right there as well. Nyx is actually doing his job, landing all of those. Do we want to go for S2 or S3? I think we'll go for S3 right now, because that is a long-ass silence as well. This team is actually, if we're looking at like just fun on Bruiser teams, this is definitely a fun on Bruiser team right here. Okay, so everything's lower on the damage right now. This thing is out of its Oblivion. That is okay. Too bad we had to move over there. I think I'd rather go for the kill rather than giving it one more turn, because I think you can survive. Yep, does still survive. That is good. We will give bar to you right now. That is still fine. If we, that is a massive heal. I also have healing down kind of stuff in you at the moment. Does get more bar on this. Do we get Oblivion? We do get the Oblivion back again. Okay, I think we're gonna say goodbye to our Monkey. But from this way on, it's pretty much nearly already done anyways. Oblivion you doesn't really help, but we all have like pretty decent damage with the crit damage for on the Kumar. So Kumar Bruiser sets, I can definitely see that work. Okay, so let's see. We get a good bit of chip damage over there. That's good. Wait, your S4, does it? It is death prevention. That is actually kind of dangerous, not gonna lie. Let's take you out first. Let's not fully take you out. Can we Oblivion this? It would be really nice. Yep, Oblivion, nice. Okay, we didn't really see the Perna in the great state. I was kind of looking more for an Amber team, but no one on the enemy had any Ambers left. With Amber, we might have actually seen more of the buff. It's okay, so I hope everything is in tune from my side. Seems to be in tune. We got a lot of debuffs sitting at it, so now we have the Nobara hitting way more time, so shit ton of debuffs, and together with Tricks, yeah, together with Tricks, and for the Nefties, mainly for the heal block. Couldn't really find any other heal block unit, but you could go for an Amber, but I felt like with Amber, everything is kind of dead already. But even with this team, everything was kind of dead already. So, okay, we have this over here for the boost up. We want to get pushback on this one. That is what we hopefully get. Some Despair Stuns. Did get some Despair Stuns, get some pushbacks. If we can get more pushbacks over here, we were probably lapping, which we did actually do over there. That is not that great, but also not that bad as of yet. Can we take it out? Yes, we can take that out. Let's see how much damage we can do on this S2. Well, it's more for the absorb in this case, which, okay, with this team, not too bad. I think she, like, whatever you place her next to, whatever kind of strip style you go for, it's kind of something that can kind of work, which I think can do pretty substantial. So, in the end, not that bad a team neither. But now the big question, how much damage is this Hanwol going to do? It is Mirene, it is no death break, it is 35k AoE. That is actually fairly mediocre, but that actually worked out in this case, which is a rare occasion, but it did actually work out in that case. So let's try to find another team, because we still have to use, what do we still have to use? We have to use Arena, Birnies, Coco, Alphas, and a Born. So let's see if we can find any of those hits. And I know it's already, I'm reruning 6 times as long as I'm actually doing all of those fights, so therefore you gotta subscribe. Okay, and everything is ruined once again, so we're gonna go replacing pretty much the Hanwol for the Reno and just see how much Reno damage can do. On this one, I did not really optimize it properly, because this thing is actually a lot faster than this thing. You should throw your best Swift set on this, so you could go for the rotation of Coco into Jemire, into Tableau, into Coco, into Jemire, and then into Tableau again, and then you cycle that like a few times. It would work the moment that he's not really fast. I hope, I pray, I don't know. This one is just a weird Bruiser setup. Couldn't really think of anything too great against this, which was using the Alphas in the first place. So I was like, sure, we'll just see if it works or not. Then apparently this is the best Baris I have, so we just go for it. But yeah, you can definitely go for some kind of nuke into this. There's a lot of nukes that you could potentially go for it. And then Born is dealing more damage on destroyed HP, so let's find a little bit of more destroyed HP by this unit over here. And then we got a tanker in a Seimei, so let's see if this does actually work or not. I think that this one is going to be a lot more horrible than the previous one. We do at least outspeed, that is always good. I have no clue what kind of damage I should be expecting. Am I expecting to one-shot everything? Am I not expecting to one-shot anything at all? We do have not same numbers, and with same numbers you actually do the full-on damage. So yeah, that's not that great. Okay. Are you high on HP? I actually don't know. Not if you go 3 times. That is... Okay. Reno against the world. Reno did absolutely nothing. Also, if I were to get any double numbers, yeah, okay, don't use this thing. Like, if you're feeling lucky, use that thing. Otherwise, not really. Okay, I think I am on good tuning where I can lap multiple times, which is good. So we don't want to do any skill as of right now. We now want to do the S3. With this, we can send off... Oh, wait, you move in front right now. That is bad. I gave you speed increasing effect. Should have not done that. Otherwise, you could have done that again and again and again. So that's a little bit bad. So in this case, I think I'm still going to do this, even though we did not send off your skills just yet. And I think I'm gonna kill you first. That is good damage for that kind of speed set. That's really good damage. So otherwise, you could have done this rotation. Could have done another... well, then in that case, no. Actually, you still would have ended up with the wrong skill. So maybe you should do S1 in the first rotation and then S2 in the second rotation or something along those lines. Could maybe be an option, but in this case, you're definitely not gonna bomb that. You're gonna probably bomb this. That doesn't matter too much if you don't additional turn on that as well. Okay, we can clean up from this. Yeah, maybe not the strongest of Coco Showcase, but Coco has good damage. That's definitely a thing. Stop dying, Coco. We still need the Coco. Does the Coco lap on this? If we lap and we just throw an S2, yeah, Coco has crazy good damage. You just go full attack kind of style. So, okay, we have that hit going in, that hit going in, this assassination thingy going in. Sure, I lost a lot of HP already, but I think that the main one is going to be you for that anyways. We could go for a heal, we could go for this S. I want to go for this skill because it also does give the attack buff. I do know that you would strip and blah blah blah, that kind of shenanigans, but I couldn't find anything else which potentially had any more value on that. So, does strip, yep, we lose that right away. That is okay-ish, I hope. Can we take you out ASAP? Not ASAP enough. We can go for provokes, which is kind of nice, because then you will go for the hit over there. We can also, I think that this is a perfect time to give you a little bit of a silence flavor. I'm pretty sure that this did not kill. Too little damage on that unit. How much damage you do? Probably not as much because you are defense scaling, I think. Actually, not 100% sure. So in this S4 would definitely kill, but I think I'm going to use that for a bounce. But I also would like to stun. Let's just go for an S2 in this case, I guess. And then we can still bounce. Yay, crazy bounces. Okay, skill 1. Good damage? Not that good damage. I think we should still be fine with just the two of them. Where at some point we get like a rotation which will make sense and work out and that kind of good stuff. Let's just go for skill 1. And let's just go for skill 2, even though we might hit pretty hard on the wrong side, but that is kind of fine. Let's just go for this one once again. I can definitely see this having more potential in different kind of teams. Is this good enough to kill? No, that's absolutely not good enough to kill. Did we learn about that, I guess? So, can that skill? Yep. If we provoke right now, it's actually not bad healing. I also gave him healing S2, but that is a pretty substantial healing on this unit, so... Definitely not in this team, but I can see teams where he works out more. Also, he's probably strong in a team of 4 because of like landing the... Or all skills on a team of 4 is better than landing that on a team of 3 because then you only have 2. These kind of things do tend to make sense, right? So, okay, we go for this. We once again go for healing. It's good self-healing. It's definitely fairly good self-healing right there. So it's definitely not too bad of a unit. It was also not skilled up in my case. So... let's see, there are shield sets, but that makes a lot of sense that there are shield sets because these things are always on shield to give enough bar. So in this case, it is actually also nice to see like how much you're overstacking with your boosters right now. I really like this blue bar thingy. Like that's one of those things they should have done way earlier. So we go for that, we go for this, we go for stunts, we go for the blade. Yep, nothing procs out, that's exactly how I like it. Who needs a leveled up unit over here? You're gonna get one shot, right? You're gonna get one shot? No, not even one shot. Noob unit, what? It helped out with the shield. Who needs their units being leveled up and shit? So, okay, let's go for this. Not too much hits as of yet. Let's actually go for you. Okay, we did not really get anything as of yet. So you do have all of your skills available. You will definitely hit that. I don't like that as much. As long as, yeah, you will definitely go on this. And if there's one unit that can actually survive this pretty well, it's you. Maybe I should have not put 100 res on you. That's the only thing that I maybe should not have done on that. So, the destroyed HP, it is noticeable that the moment that the HP is destroyed, you're dealing more and more damage though. This sacrifice is gonna actually hurt pretty hard. Okay, let's get that in. Yep. And yeah, I should maybe not put 100 res on her in that case. But we can notice that we're doing a good bit of HP on the destroyed HP. So we have that skill that's kind of wasted, which is good. Let's actually do this. Because if you hit this, this thing will actually full heal. Okay. Seimei. Well, Seimei with the healing in there as well. That's good, that's good. Let's take some things out. Is it really a great unit? Maybe not. It's also maybe the showcase of the exact team that I'm doing that doesn't make it as great. But I feel like he can do some proper damage output, especially if you put him on crit. Death Break kind of style in there. He can definitely start to rock in some kind of style of damage, which does kind of make sense where he starts rocking in more and more damage every time that you hit it. So that's not that bad. Is it crazy good though? Also not really, but it's a something. I'll give him the something value. You got the something medal. You did a something. But yeah, this whole destroyed HP, if everything is just this destroyed on HP, this is also where you feel like, oh, this is below like 25%. It's actually not because of the destroyed HP, but if we destroy even more HP, still not. That's the issue with dots and destroyed HP, why the Mook Wong is kind of like, yeah, you feel like it should be doing something, but it doesn't do it really. But then again, Lamila is on so much destroyed HP right now that any kind of shape or way of hit would just nearly take it out. So, and she wouldn't do any damage by herself because in the end she is also HP scaling. So for that kind of team, like against this, it was actually a decent showcase. Like he couldn't kill me. All of the HP was destroyed. He kept dealing less and less damage. And at some point it's just an easy cleanup from there. So is the buff really helping with that where you do slightly bit more damage? Maybe a little bit, maybe a little bit. So yeah, that is the whole team. The only thing that absolutely did not work out was Mr. Reno himself. The other teams, there were a few not that bad. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite and what kind of unit would you like to see me showcase a little bit more. And see you as always in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you would like to see more guides, join the Discord and check out the content tab for the guide video archive, which contains all of the guides that you might need. Hope to see you there.